Good afternoon. This is Tuesday, October 28th. I'm Mark Lenzi speaking on behalf of myself and Kathy Schleier, my co-chair of the Geothermal Project, with this week's update. Here are the key events we've completed and will be coming up in the next 2 weeks. First, the second floor classrooms are ready for use. Yay! This is huge. First time we can get back in there. And the team did a wonderful job. Michaela's office is set up. She's cleaning, putting that in operation. The other 3 classrooms are ready to use. So that's great. The solar panels have been reinstalled on the roof where the roof was repaired. And the air ducts up there are about 95% complete. They'll finish by the end of the week. The driveway paver blocks should also finish this week. The cemetery side's almost done. They just need to do one side of the edging. And the repairs to the redo on the blocks by the sanctuary entrance should also finish this week. All 3 piping loops are filled, flushed, and tested. We're just waiting for the chemical analysis to come back and tell us that the antifreeze concentration is correct and the pH and everything is right for the piping, and we'll be ready to start using them. So that sets us up for next week. Next week, the air handling units will be started up and tested, and the final driveway paving will occur. There's a huge amount of work on the control system that is the last big outstanding item that'll be done next week. And down in the sub-basement, work will continue. And then 2 weeks from now, the week of November 10th, the big week. That's when the heat pumps start up, get tested by the manufacturer from Tennessee, and the system will become fully operational. It's Tuesday, October 28th. I'm up on the roof, obviously. New vantage point here to give you an idea of that when I refer to a forest, the ductwork, what I'm talking about. The 2 air handling units, that's number 1 right there, and number 2 is back there. You can just see the very top of it, are connected both internally down into the building and then through this literal forest, the ductwork, to our 7 zones. And we are 90% complete on the ductwork, and then it'll be insulated. The last piece goes where I'm standing. These open endings here connect to the ductwork that go into the north side of the church where the offices are. In addition to the ductwork, the other major development this week, the solar panels are back in place here. Meanwhile, on the second floor, a lot of progress here. Remember last week the ceiling was all open, being worked and plastered. That's all been completed. And the 4 classrooms, including Michaela's office, are done here on the second floor. This is a still picture because, in full disclosure, I forgot to push the record button when I shot the video and I was talking into a dead camera. So you just have to trust me that they all look like this. Our furniture's back in there, the ceilings are back in place, they've been cleaned, and now our cleaning and facilities manager staff will get them all set up for our use. Same story here with the still picture. I pushed the wrong button, so we got a still picture, not a video. But this is the northwest stairwell. All the work went down. Last week, you'll remember we had a case of measles in here with all the white patches from the repair of the wallboard. We've moved from measles to blotches. You can see the blotches there, the first coat of paint, all through just showing you what it's like in the stairwell. And we'll continue working that. Should finish up fully painting that this week. In the basement, we still have the riser open, but we've insulated the pipes. So now I'll step over here to the key to the operation, the sub-basement, and see what we got going in the geothermal heat pumps. Down here in the pump room, the circulating pumps, that's what these are here, 4 of the 6, and their associated equipment are all hooked up. The piping's been filled, which, if you're interested, takes about 1,000 gallons of water to fill the wells and all of our piping in here. To give you an idea of the volume of water that we're pumping around. And you can see the pumps are actually put together, and the green lights there, they're in operation. We've been circulating them and then testing the chemistry to make sure the water is pure, it has the right amount of antifreeze in it, so that next week we can start bringing up the air handling units, and after that, the geothermal heat pumps. As we move from the pump room to the geothermal heat pump room, we've got some test equipment hooked up. This is what's testing the water chemistry. You can see all the piping is complete. The orange boxes you see, those are the motor controllers that operate the various valves. These valves are all operated remotely by the building control system. And covered in the tarps are the 3 geothermal heat pumps modules, each with 2 heat pumps in them. So where we're at is testing the water, and as soon as that water's been tested, we can finish insulating these pipes and starting up the air handling units, and starting up then air handling units will start up next week, and right after that, the following week, the geothermal heat pumps will also start operating. The factory representative will come from Tennessee and supervise the startup and testing of these, so that in 2 weeks we will have these things in operation or really, really, really close. In the back outside, we've just about completed the pavers here on the cemetery side. You can see that edge over there is done. The cemetery edge is yet to do. That's another day's work. That's more complicated because it's a scallop shape edge. And then we need, we're gonna get another pallet of bricks to finish the pavers in front of the sanctuary that are going to be reworked to come back up to what we were expecting. So that's where we stand outside. So thank you very much for watching the video again and see our progress this week. I'll add, on behalf of the church council, our staff and leadership team, project team, if you've not carefully considered a contribution to the Empowering the Future campaign that will pay for this geothermal project and many other aspects of our church's operations and outreach, please do so. You can contact any of the staff or council members and point you in the right direction. Thank you.